guys, how are you doing? It's been a little bit since I did a video. I apologize. So we've just been, enjoying summer. We've been, you saw that we went camping. We plan to camp in the yard tomorrow night with the kids, just to do something different and fun. We probably tonight after dinner we're gonna play games, apples to apples or something like that, or Chutes and Ladders, probably Candyland because my daughter loves Candyland. But anyways, I know that I talked about the visual schedule a couple of videos ago and I forgot to show you it. So this is our temporary visual schedule, the one that I'm going to do when we start school officially for us in a couple of weeks, probably at the end of January, January, beginning of August. We're going to probably start doing Monday through Friday schooling. Right now we just do Friday, and I'm going to do a AM schedule and a PM schedule to make it a little easier. We're going to try that because this schedule is a little bit overwhelming for Micah, I think. Let's see. Usually I have a piece of paper behind it so you can see it better. But so we have wake up, make bed, then Micah has to make his curtains and make his bed and open his curtains before he goes to breakfast. That is what he's done for a very long time, and so we stick with that. And then of course wash your hands after breakfast, wash your face, brush your teeth, put your clothes on. And then we encourage sensory time usually. We're trying to do sensory time a couple times a day. Sometimes we forget, sometimes Micah automatically does it because he loves his swing. And here's a picture of sort of what a swing looks like. So, but only it's in his room. And don't worry, it's weighted for his weight and secured to a thing in the ceiling. Couldn't think of it. But then we also have activities after he does his chores. Now for Micah, I have everything as a visual schedule, not just words, because he's still learning how to read. And I try to do things as real as they are, as much as possible, like the swing. Then I have a picture of my husband's truck for when we are like leaving to run errands, which we don't do with the kids right now because of what's going on in the world. But so my husband and I take turns, or I have my mom do something if she's going out, or if my mom wants to hang out with the kids and her kids, then I'll do whatever and grab something for her on the way or whatever. But I have to say that taking advantage of the online shopping when they deliver to your house, or when you go there and they put it in your car, that works really, really good. So we use that a lot for groceries and whatnot. And if we, can wait a couple of days, we use Amazon a lot, Anyways, so here is the chore list. And this is a picture of the actual chore list. That's Micah smudged all over the chore list that day. Anyways, and so I have pictures of all of his chores. There's actually not a lot, like these two right here, you can't really make them out that well. They're for good behavior. He gets extra points for having good behavior. I have a treasure box. Reward system works really good. I started making the treasure box over a year ago, 2 years ago now, I guess. It was when he was still in public school, to try to emphasize good behavior at school. And the treasure box, I just went and got things from the dollar store and put it in, even if it was just a train, picture, like a train eraser or something. They love it. Both of my kids do. So I have, make the bed, all that, just to make sure. It's already on there, so he just marks it off when he does it in the morning. and he has to vacuum his room and his sister's room. So that happens once a week for him. And I dropped one, I think. Oh, wow. And then I have a whole bag of extra things for him, you know, speech therapy, that sort of thing. This is a school one that I have, but I also have for like homework. Must have been the other school one I dropped. Here's one if your kids are having issues with learning how to potty train. There are a lot, it's very common for ASD kids to be much older. There's some kids that are in 10, 11, 12 and up that aren't potty trained yet. And I know that you can, if that is something that you have to do, I'm sure that you're well aware, but you can get your doctor to write a prescription for them because that becomes a very expensive thing. Micah is potty trained, but I have that one just in case. And then we also have a picture of his tablet when he's earned it, which I also have this one on a schedule for activities. You know, he can pick an activity, which 100% of the time he tries to pick his tablet. So, what else? I have nap time. I wish my son did nap time still, only my daughter does. I also have another free time sticker, which, you know, he doesn't recognize as easily as this, because this, again, you know, he's still learning how to read. And then I also have this for snack time. I have another example of snack time too. It's right here. So, and most of these I found on the web and just, you know, printed them out. And then I went to Staples and got, I went to Staples and got this done, the chore chart. And the first one that I did, it was a little different. I went to Staples and had them laminate it, which cost hardly anything. I love the person at my Staples counter. He's very sweet, and he loves looking at all the project ideas that you make, you know. So anyways, you can also get laminate sheets at Walmart for really cheap. I've been able to find them pretty much all year round online if they're not in the school section of the store. And what else? Another good example of an OT type thing, getting the energy out, is trampoline. My mom has a trampoline, so when he goes to her house, that's what him and his cousins do. And yes, it has a net. It's perfectly safe. We watch them. Another one that's good is the shoes one. My son has not learned how to tie his shoe yet. We do Velcro, we cheat. But that is a skill that we want him to learn, of course, because not every shoe he finds is going to be able to have Velcro. And that is one of the things that a lot of kids with ASD have kind of a hard time with. It's those fine motor skills. And another thing that they have issues with is grooming. So far, thank you, Jesus, my son doesn't resist grooming. I know that can be an issue as they get into teenage years and everything. Some kids with ASD, when they're brushing their teeth, that is not fun for them. Sometimes it's uncomfortable. So there's a lot of kids that don't brush their teeth regularly like they should. Before this whole thing happened, Micah had been to the dentist several times, so I started him young. And I found a really good dentist, and we will probably have to find a different dentist depending on what insurance we have when my husband gets to go back to work after all of this. Anyways, it really helps if you find a kind and understanding dentist to take your kids, and you go back there with them and they just, you know, let's count your teeth and everything to make them comfortable, because that's scary for any kid, and can be really scary for a kid with autism. So another thing that is common with kids with autism is having to take medicine. My son doesn't have any medicine for hyperactive or anything like that. He does have to take seizure medication. which that's undiagnosed still. He's had several EEGs, but anyways, so he just has to take it twice a day. It tastes like watermelon, so he likes it. But yeah, there's a lot of kids that have to take medicine, so that's a good reminder too for you and for them. So yeah, a visual schedule is really, really good. It helps them visually remember things, and it helps you hold them accountable too when they're maybe giving you a little bit of pushback, you know, because they're really smart kids and they try to outsmart you on things. So, but we're going to expand on our visual schedule because that's just way too many steps for Micah. He's doing so much better than years previous. He could do literally one thing at a time, 2 years ago. So he is growing and learning. So, and he also is doing so much better even this week at reading. So that's encouraging. So the more that you do story time, the more that helps too. And because my Micah likes to bargain, he likes to make a deal on things. Usually I do, okay, I'll read a page, you read a page. I'll read a page, you read a page with, beginning reading books. It's not like I'm letting him read Moby Dick or something, But still, he loves to bargain. Okay, how many bites, You read a page, I read a page. Okay, just one more time. Okay, fine. He's big on making the deals. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions on anything, even if I don't know, I will look it up and I do a video of it. Whatever questions you have or anything like that, just keep in mind, every single kid in the world is different. And it goes the same with every single kid who has ASD. Not a single one will be the same. They all have their different things that, whether it's sensitive to certain types of clothing, the feel, the fabric. Micah really likes comfortable clothes, soft clothes. He does not wear jeans. He's never been able to wear jeans. Even when he was younger, he really just didn't like the feel. I'd rather be in my sweatpants too than jeans. But so all of his clothes are softer and are stretchy. At least the waistline is stretchy. But his isn't so extreme that, he doesn't really have any meltdowns over them, but he definitely has preference on clothing. And his biggest hurdle since he was, got off the boob, and bottle, he did both, but was when he started eating food, he right away immediately had sensitive to texture, taste, everything, and the first thing that he ever had was watered down, because he was a baby. I didn't want it too thick because he'd choke. Was mashed potatoes, and he's hated them ever since. So he, if stuff was cut up differently, if it was a different noodle, because every noodle has different textures, for like spaghetti, he wouldn't eat it. So he would only eat spaghetti noodles with spaghetti. And then there was a season where he didn't eat spaghetti at all. There was a time where he didn't like mac and cheese. Like most ASD kids, he has always loved chicken nuggets. He has loved hot dogs, but of course, for most of his younger life, they were all cut up really small. It took him a while to like corn dogs. He would just rip off the cornmeal, off of it, and just eat the hot dog. So basically it was just hot dog. Let's see. The other textural things, he only until like a week ago was willing to try an egg. Now, he ate scrambled eggs when he was about, between 12 months and 22 months or something like that. He would eat scrambled eggs. And then he totally quit until, like I said, about a week ago. He started eating eggs. And not just like scrambled eggs, like a full cooked egg. Not like a hard-boiled egg, but like if you crack an egg into a muffin pan and bake it, so it comes out like this. It's a full egg, and he ate it, yolk and everything. My daughter has started to be picky all of a sudden, and she's been a child that has always eaten whatever, So that's a fun phase to go through, having 2 children who are picky. But yeah, I'm super excited that he started eating eggs, but he will never, ever, ever eat peanut butter. And I don't force it on him, of course. I don't really force him to eat anything. But I definitely don't push the peanut butter because my mom is allergic to peanut butter. So, sometimes kids know better than you do on the food stuff, because if they don't like it, there's a bigger chance that they are allergic to it, So, not in every case, of course, but yeah, so food has been one of the biggest things with Micah. So, yeah, like I said, please comment and like or subscribe if you like it, But yeah, I appreciate any feedback that you guys have. And thank you so much for watching from my wonderful bathroom, because that was where it was quiet. So God bless you guys and have a wonderful week.